There has definitely been progress in the coaching ranks as far as getting more black coaches in and getting opportunities for them. But the one thing we have to always remember is that we cannot mistake progress for change. We did that in 2018. We saw 7 black coaches and we thought, oh, things have changed. But then we look at 2021 and we have 2 black coaches. Yeah, there was progress made, but change wasn't made. And in order to experience some change, we have to change the hearts of the people making the decisions.
I think it's important that they have more black coaches in the NFL for this reason, because the coaches are qualified for the job, not just because they're black, not just because they have to fulfill a quota, but because they're qualified. And to not have black coaches in the NFL says that, hey, they're not good enough, they're not qualified enough, they're not smart enough. And I don't think that that's the case.
Well, there's a ton of great coaches out there, but I do think there's something about potentially having shared background or experiences and on a cultural lines a lot of times, to where you may understand something that another person may not, and so you never know who you'll connect with. And I just think the players, that's all they want from their coaches, to know you care. And so I think minority coaches, talking to minority players a lot of times, have similar backgrounds and similar things they've been through, to where you may be able to connect with the player on the level that others may not be able to connect with as well. So I really think it's important just to get as many different opinions and perspective, men, women, minorities. The more diverse your staff can be, it covers so many more bases, because you never know who a player may connect with.
When I started coaching at the University of Maryland, I actually had an African-American coach, Dick Portee, who also made an influence on me and gave me a different perspective than how to coach. Just, hey, how important it was to be the best at what I was doing if I planned on making any kind of strides in the profession. And he was saying that kind of like my dad did. As black men, we can't be just okay. It was better. We had to be the best.
I am, pleased to see that there was more coordinators, both sides of the ball, both offensive coordinator, defense coordinators. I believe there's a few special teams coordinators that got opportunities, African Americans as well. So I definitely was pleased to see that this offseason. And really, that's the next step. You get more African American coaches in these roles, in these coordinator roles. Then when they go to hire head coaches, those are really the guys that are next in line. So we just got to continue seeing that improvement. Obviously, you like to improve faster, but we are making progress, and that's good to see.
Progress is definitely the conversation, right? Everybody's talking about it right now. It's on people's minds. It's very noticeable in the public eye. And, to bring it along, I think, we have to start, actions have to start meeting the words that are being said. I think perceptions have to be changed in some ways, just even being a college coach, first, as a young black college coach, the first perception is he's a good recruiter, instead of a good coach. So a lot of times just changing the way people think about different things can go a long way.
Certainly, with the job I had, there is a lot of responsibility that comes along with just doing a great job. In the NFL, and it's the highest level you can get to when it comes to professional sports and in football. But to open the doors for other minorities, my number one job is to come in every day and to do my best, to work at an elite level to make these young men the best they possibly can be, to give each individual player what they need to be great. That alone, I think, helps to open doors for other minority coaches and people of color. So others can understand we can do this job and do this job very well.
I think they're doing a much better job of giving African Americans some opportunities and some positions that we, quite frankly, haven't had the opportunity to be in. A lot more coordinator roles, a lot more positions of leadership, whether it be at the quarterback position, whether it be at the defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator. A lot of these opportunities are starting to show up more. And if we can continue to, get more of those opportunities, they'll be able to create more opportunities from someone else. Because at the end of the day, someone's going to have to give you an opportunity. Are we where we need to be? I don't think so. But I do think that we do have to take steps to be able to get there, and we want them to happen a lot faster. I think that's something that is not a crazy demand.